Today.
All right, it is 4:22. It is Monday. I am Isaac, and that is Jason. And this
Shut up.
is Stockwatch. And
This
is Ryan.
This is Stockwatch. And this was going to be an all March Madness edition. It'll be mostly March Madness, maybe an NBA bonus at the end if we get there. To get to the tournament, though, you first have to make the tournament, and Isaac referenced this before, but the championship game in the, let's see, which conference is this? The MAC, between Kent State and
Akron.
And Akron coming down to the wire. This is how it went down.
Sullinger in the lane, no. Hornby puts it up and in. 6 seconds to go, Kent State a 1-point lead. And a foul on Rollins. And it'll be a 1-and-1 free throw for Akron. No! Why is Rollins fouling?
Julius Rollins did not know time and score.
So
He
if you
intentionally
can't tell from
fouled?
that clip, Kent State took the lead with 4.5 seconds left. And then Julius Rollins intentionally committed a foul to send him to the line, thinking they were still behind.
Oh, and dude, the look on his face, they showed him.
He wanted to shrink.
Yes.
I'm watching it right now.
I've never felt so bad for a kid.
Was
in my
there a
life.
big? Did they make a big comeback? Had they been down and like scrapping?
I don't know what happened in the game leading up to that
Don't
point.
know, but it was the championship game, and so it did. Okay, so here's what ended up happening. Although I don't know what the stock is, we'll get to that in a second. But what ended up happening was he intentionally fouls. The kid goes down, makes both free throws.
Yeah.
Now they're down 1. They still have a chance to win the game. They miss the shot and lose. It was the championship game. Yeah. The winner of the game was going to the NCAA tournament. Neither team was going to the NCAA tournament without winning that game.
Wow.
And
So it cost him the berth.
It cost him the berth. And he just, I've never felt so bad for a kid in my life.
I mean, it seems to me worse than turning it over,
Oh
worse
my
than airballing a free throw. Buy or sell, this is worse than Chris Webber's timeout.
No.
Because that to me is the gold standard, right?
No.
Oh, this could be worse.
No.
Just from not
No,
taking away the stage in the situation.
No.
Yeah, if you take away the stage
If
and
you
the
take away the
stage.
stage, but no. Chris Webber's was for a national championship and the Fab Five and all that went along.
No, I guess what I'm the buy or sell that fouling on purpose when
Yes.
you're winning
Yeah,
is
the
worse
act.
than calling a timeout when you don't have one. That's the buy or sell.
I can't think of a worse scenario, excluding context. I can't think of a worse scenario than maybe if you scored on yourself.
Yeah, shot at your own bucket.
Shot at your own bucket, right? Like, I don't know, frenzied rebound, and like maybe that. But this, I had not seen this, and I want to cry. They zoom in on the kid's face.
Oh, yeah.
Brutal.
Dude.
That's brutal. And the coach tried to. I was reading through
The
your.
coach was great about it.
The coach said that it's his fault. He should have called timeout. I mean, he's doing what he can to try to take it off that kid's shoulders, but boy, that's as bad as it gets.
Yeah, I
Unless
buy
you
the
believe
stock.
unless you believe that Chris Webber had to do it because, well, the mob.
I do believe that. But wait, are we buying or selling? What is the stock again?
Buy or sell that this is the
Yes.
worst way to lose a basketball game, even worse than calling a timeout when you don't
Buy
have
it.
one.
Yeah,
I buy that.
This is bad.
Can't be any worse.
Oh.
How is it worse?
You
How
know,
could it be worse?
That's the Clark W. Griswold. How could it get any worse? We're at the threshold of
Yeah,
hell.
by the way, I do think that if you're going back to the Chris Webber thing, if you call a timeout when your team doesn't have one, I do believe that's on the coaches. Like, the kids are out there playing their balls off. Like, the coach, that's how many assistant coaches do they have on the
to
sideline?
let everyone know, hey, no timeout.
There's got to be one that's like, hey, guys, we don't have any time. I mean, that is a big gap
Well, and-
in the huddle.
Although, to be fair, someone may have been saying that, but then Paulie Walnuts at the baseline was
Yeah.
looking at Chris Webber, pointing a gun at his head, being like, you better call T.O.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
why I think that.
Sorry, Chris.
I believe in that conspiracy.
Who Chris has never once
Never
spoken
about it once.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Big West.
Oh, no.
And another one of those stolen bids, we believe, as Long Beach State pulled it out with Dan Monson. Here's what he had to say after the game.
It was great. It was a great. I mean, I've had a blessed. God has blessed me with a great career, and these kids have been awesome to coach. And when Jim Harbaugh says, who's got it better than him, somebody needs to tell him Dan Munson.
Now, your guys showed up big this tournament, made some big wins. What's special about this group of young men?
You know, they're good people, you know, and that's what you got to start with. They have character. You know, we had an up and down year, but they came in here and they played for each other. We quit playing together and started playing for each other.
Now, Coach, you have an amazing resume, a great career. Where does this moment rank for you as a coach?
Well, I got the 99 run at Gonzaga, but as Mark Fuke said in a text, why don't we have a run at the first year and one in the last? So, but I don't think this is my last. I love coaching. I love teams. I need a new challenge, but it's life. It's on to the next chapter.
So Dan Monson had been at Long Beach State for 17 years, found out he was getting the axe before their conference tournament, and then wanted to put them in the tournament. Buy or sell, he should have his job back if he wants it.
No. If you read, it said that there was a mutual decision to part ways.
Hey, hold on.
They always say that.
He left Gonzaga to go to Minnesota.
To Minnesota.
Correct. And then Few turned him into a powerhouse immediately after. Few promoted from within.
Yeah.
My God.
The idea that someone would leave Gonzaga to coach the Golden
In 99, I
Gophers.
think.
Yeah, 99.
Yeah, he went 28-7 at Gonzaga and then was like, "Yep, I'm out." Better
Deuces.
school over here in the Midwest called Minnesota.
It is amazing though that on Monday before the Big West tournament, they fired his ass, and there's like, you can keep coaching, and then he wins the whole
Well, I
thing.
tell you what.
That's an awesome story, but no, he doesn't get to keep his job.
Looking at his record here, he has not been very good there.
No.
They went 21-14 this year. They were 17-16 last year, 20-13 the year before, 6-12 COVID year, 11-21.
He gone.
15-19, 15-18. I mean, come on, Dan Monson. I always thought it was. He said his name was Dan Munson. I always thought it was Monson.
No, it is Monson.
Yeah, it's
He pronounced it Munson.
Oh, he says Munson?
He said it in that clip.
but it is MON.
Yeah, that's why I thought. But he pronounced it.
He did.
Munson.
It did.
Yeah, play it again.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a great. I mean, I've had a blessed. God has blessed me with a great career, and these kids have been awesome to coach. And when Jim Harbaugh says, "Who's got it better than him?" somebody needs to tell him Dan Munson.
Now, your guys showed up big this tournament, made some
Did we
big
just
He
learn
does say
something?
Munson.
And by the way, I had no idea he'd been at Long Beach State for 15 years.
Couldn't
no
tell you.
clue.
Although, you know,
I thought Dan Munson was dead. And I thought his name was Monson.
well, it's spelled Monson, MON, but he said Munson.
Well, Favre is spelled Favre, but you know.
Yeah. Well, I heard that sometimes.
Hey, Dan Munson to Washington? What?
After getting fired at Long Beach.
Oh, come on. He's a good coach. You can't win at Long Beach State. Nobody can.
How about he beats Arizona in the first round? Give him any chance for that?
It's
yes.
Arizona, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
2 years in a row of losing to a 15 for them?
Yeah, they can do it.
Don't dismiss Arizona bowing out in the tournament.
That's right.
And then moving on to the Pac-12, Dana and the Ducks dancing again.
Yeah. They all picked against us. Yesterday, today, they all said.
I picked you guys today.
Well, last night I was watching. You picked Colorado last night. Yes, you did. All three of them did.
I did.
All three of you did, because Earl was there. All three of you said
And it was great
Colorado.
motivation for you. I thought
you paid them to pick Colorado so that you'd have the motivation.
I had to
give
sleep
your
on it,
team.
Dan. I got back to the
And so then I said something to Dante about it. He said, those three clowns all picked against us? No, but...
That's great.
I love it.
Yeah, the
What
brush
was that
getting
on?
bristly, making things a little awkward as he was on the set after winning the Pac-12 championship and pointing out that all of the analysts picked Colorado, and then when they tried to deny it, he said, "No, you did. I heard you last night. I told my guys about it. And Dante called you three clowns."
What was that Pac-12 Network then?
That was on Fox Sports.
Oh, Fox Sports. Who were the analysts?
Earl Watson was one of them. I'm not sure who the others were,
That's great.
but I can find out.
The brush getting bristly.
But buy or sell.
Spraying some extra hold white rain up top there. Make sure that doesn't move at the
Yeah.
Pac-12 tourney.
Hold on, everybody.
Let's go.
Buy or sell that Dana Altman will beat South Carolina and even his potential former employer, or potentially his former employer, Creighton, and dance his way to the Sweet 16.
No.
No, I don't.
They're not beating Creighton. I do think they're going to beat South Carolina, though.
I do too.
And the only reason I think that, having never seen South Carolina play, is South Carolina plays slow. and that's the way Altman likes it. I think they can win that game. And look, that is it is a crock that they're in 11. I get why they're in 11, but South Carolina's got to be pissed. They're not a real 11. You got Infali Dante. I mean, he's got to be top 20 in the tournament in terms of best players, right?
Yeah, you got to know.
I would think so.
How many 11 seeds have
He's
one of the
easily
best
one of the best
players?
big men. He's got to be a top 5 big man.
Yes, exactly. How many 11 seeds have one of the best players in the tournament? And then
it's a sneaky good 11 seed.
You mentioned it before. You've got Shellstad, you've got Kusnard, and you've got Dante. And I think if you have 3 guys that are reliable and you get good games out of 2 of them, you got a shot in any game.
Oh, by the way, you also have a coach who has more wins than John Wooden and Jay Wright.
Yeah.
I mean, Dana Altman is this is his time of year. He's so good in these tournaments. I think they're going to beat South Carolina because South Carolina plays all slow, and Oregon will like that.
Creighton seems to be a different animal.
I tell you what, dude.
Everyone loves Creighton.
I said this at the top of the show. I've been dabbling in some college basketball betting, just to get me into it the last couple of months. And 3 teams that stand out as sensational basketball teams to me: UConn, Iowa State, and Creighton. Of the teams that I've seen, Creighton is really freaking good. I don't think they beat Creighton.
Every expert loves them some Creighton. So I'm with you. The brush gets. Why not? I know nothing about South Carolina, but the brush gets by them. Midwestern girl.
Well, no, but he asked.
They will not get
16.
by. They will not get by Creighton.
Where's the regional if they make it?
Let's see.
Let's see where that's at.
I'm looking at an empty bracket, but it does not have the location.
Cool.
So I don't have that information right now. What I do have is one more quick one to wrap up our Stockwatch. It's also kind of a tease for the club. This was a clip from the end of the Magic and Raptors game.
Rookies Anthony Black and Grady Dick. One from Arkansas, the other from Kansas. Exchanging jerseys.
So we all saw the video. We all saw the
Not
photo
everybody
on Twitter.
did. I'm sure there are people that don't know what you're talking about. Would you like to explain it to them?
Anthony Black and Grady Dick decided to swap jerseys, as many athletes do these days in the NBA, the NFL.
And what do they do when they swap jerseys?
They hold them up and they pose for a photo.
Right.
That shows the last name on the jerseys.
Right.
And at first, they were standing on sides when holding up their jerseys would have said
Dick Black.
Dick and then Black.
Right.
Instead, they intentionally flipped around so it said the opposite of that.
Right.
Buy or sell. This
you
is
want to say what that would be?
No, I'm good.
We can wait for that in the club, but buy or sell. This is the last time Grady Dick does a jersey swap this season.
No, it's not. As Rob pointed out correctly, when he has been he has been a star basketball player, he's a 5-star recruit. Look at that way that guy looks. And his name's Grady Dick. He has leaned in to the last name of Dick for the last 15 years. And he knew exactly what he's doing, and he's not stopping now.
No, I couldn't agree more. He has, little co-eds at KU used to show up to his games at Allen Fieldhouse wearing I Love Dick shirts.
And I'm sure he embraced it.
Well, yeah. Yes. Wouldn't you?
He also wore the Dorothy Ruby Slipper suit.
Boy, that was atrocious.
To the NBA draft.
The guy's the man.
Yes. We just have to. I'm going to go through a list of NBA players and see what other fun names that we might be able to
we have that for the club. I sent that list to Isaac.
Oh, okay. Now I'm excited.
Yeah, we've got a list of at least 8 names.
That a jersey swap needs to happen.
Correct.
That is Stockwatch, each Monday brought to you by Goldberg Jones. When it comes to divorce, custody, or child support issues, trust Goldberg Jones to help. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Phone questions answered at no charge.